Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? I am going to show you the update, or the next step in our coding project. So right now, once you've logged back into your work, and so to get there, go to your account after you've logged in, click here, click on My Stuff, and then from there, click on the one that you're working on. So right now, here's mine. I have my level 1, my glasses, so I'm just going to run this through. I click the flag. There are my glasses, they move. So on level 1, I want to move the glasses, not go through a color, and when I touch a button, get to the next level. Level 2, our objective here was to collect some little dots for points, run through, and so now I'm on level 3. So level 3, we are going to work on a bad guy or a villain, but the skill that I want you to learn on level 3 is this idea that pieces can move around, or sprites can move around on their own randomly. And so to do that, my bad guy or my villain, I need to first select. So I'm going to go to Sprite Library, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to choose a sprite that would be a good villain, and really I don't care, I'm going to go with Butterfly. So one thing you'll notice right now is that the butterfly is on every level, and so that's the first thing I have to adjust, is say, hey, I don't want you on all the levels, I just want you on level 3. So the very first thing I'm going to do when I'm coding my villain or my butterfly, it's my new sprite, I know here it's coding and down there it's selected. I'm going to go to Events, when flag is clicked, I'm going to go to Hide, which is in Looks, Hide, drag that out. So first thing's done, click, butterfly is gone. Next, what I want it to do is I want it to show up on level 3, and then when it shows up, I want to move around randomly. And so to do that, I'm going to go to Events, when backdrop switches to backdrop 3, then I want to go back to Looks, and I want it to show up. So at this point, run my app, level 2, 3, and there it is. Okay, so far, so good. Now I need it to move around, and so that's going to be under Motion, and I'm going to go to Glide. So I'm going to drop that glide code in. I'm just going to change this just a little bit and make this just a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. So when flag clicked hide, when backdrop switches to backdrop 3, show up, glide 1 second to these coordinates. Now, as that's set right now, when I put my repeat on that to happen again and again, it's not going to go anywhere because these coordinates are going to be locked in. So I'm going to go to Operators. I'm going to pull out 3 of these pick random 1 to 10. So 1, 2, 3. And they're going to go there, there, and there. So now I've got my glide random time to a random location x, random location y. Now over here on my xy coordinate plane, the x and y are right there, so my negative x is 240, which the positive would be 240, and same for y, I have negative 180, positive 180. So here my x, negative 240, and that is going to go to 240. And then the y is going to be negative 180, and that is going to go to a positive 180. And pick random, we'll do a time of about, let's say, 0.25 seconds, and then let's go up to 1 second. Because if I leave it at 1 to 10, like 10 seconds even to go from here to here would be a long time. And so that would be running pretty slow. But now, if I run this, you'll notice it's only going to move once, and that's because I don't have it told to repeat. So right now, it moved, but that was it. So now I'm going to go to Control, and I'm going to use a new one, Repeat Until. And so I'm going to take this block and drop it right around this blue one, right there. So I want that to repeat until something happens. And what I'm going to do there is I'm going to go to Operators, and I want it to repeat until the backdrop goes to backdrop 4. So I'm going to go repeat until, I'm going to use this equals, so under Operators, I'm going to go to equals, drop that in. Now watch what I do here. It's going to be just a little bit tricky, but I'm going to click on my backdrops over here. Click on looks, and what this allows me to do is use a backdrop number. I can also use backdrop name, but that can be a little confusing. So I'm going to use backdrop number, and I'm actually just going to drag it onto my butterfly. So when I did that, I put this block of code on the butterfly. Now, if I click back here, there is that button, backdrop number. So now I can just drop that in there, and I know if I click on my backdrops, it's backdrop number 4. It's a lot easier to use these backdrop numbers than necessarily the backdrop name, because if these backdrop names are out of order, or they're not spelled right, or even if they're not capitalized or spaced right, that can mess it up. So backdrop number 4 is a little bit easier to use, so I go back to my butterfly, repeat until backdrop number equals backdrop number 4. So that's that step. Now it's going to move, and I don't necessarily have anything getting me to backdrop number 4 yet. That's going to be in the next video. But when it gets there, that will go away. So the next step would be this. That's working. Now I want to add a health component. So if my glasses get hit 3 times, I want it to start over. So I'm going to go to data, make a variable, and it's going to be health for all sprites. Okay. I now have a health variable, and I'm going to start this off by when backdrop switches to backdrop 3. I'm going to set my health to health to 3. Then I'm going to go control, wait until, and I'm going to go back to my equals, drop that in right there. I'm going to go when health equals 3. I'm going to go looks, or not 3, this should say 0, excuse me, because I'm losing health. When health equals 0, switch backdrop to backdrop 1. And then hide. So that's set up. So right now, if I run this, nothing would happen yet because it's not being told to lose points. So right here, I'm going to set up one more little block of code, and it's going to be if. So if my butterfly touches my glasses, sensing, touching glasses, then I want to lose a health point. Change health by -1. And that is going to go right there. So I'm going to drop that block of code in right underneath like that. So now if I run this, no butterfly, level 2, level 3, there's my butterfly. Let's see if I can get hit 3 times. That was 1, 2, there it goes, 3. So I lost my points. I went back to level 1. This health bar is still there. I could set that up to hide on level 1, so I could do when flag is clicked, hide health variable. Could also drop it right here. But I need to tell it to show up. So when backdrop switches to backdrop 3, I also need to go boop, show health variable. So now it's gone. There it is. Run. Shows up 3 points. So, or 3 health, I should say. There is what we're going to do for our villain in our health code now to get to level 4.